whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani kani move that body. Kani kani move that body.
Hey. Tēnā koutou katoa. Anei māua. Anei anō māua. E mihi atu nei. Kia ora koutou. Praone Gloin. And
Lindsay Snowden.
wow, you've done a really good voice. I'll try one of those radio voices. Hoi anō anei māua e mihi atu nei. I te ipurau anei I te wānanga o te aroa. And welcome back to Taringa. And we've talked about the E before.
E.
Yeah, you can either spell it with a macron, E, and then another E, I, or three E's, and then an I.
Or triple
so
vowels.
Just get someone's attention. So hopefully we got your attention. E. Ai nau mai hoki mai e te iwi, anei ki te punua pāho o Taringa. We're going to start off with our kiwaha today.
Kiwaha.
How ta tāua kiwaha e ho?
Kaore e kore.
Kare kore.
Kare e kore.
And that's how we'd say it, eh? Like my people down this way.
Yeah.
Like how would your people say it? Even they're like, we're your people too. Because not,
peeps. We're all peeps.
Yep, hard.
But probably further, closer to the equator, they say e kore kahore.
E kore kahore.
E kore kahore. You can hear Timo Mauharawira say that a lot on those radio shows.
You got a free shout out.
You got a plug there.
And Radio Wātea.
Radio Wātea, ai.
Engari, e mihi ana ki ngā reo iriringa katoa te motu.
Mihi ka tiga.
And I know that some of them are getting Taringa out there by getting it on their airwaves.
Ka
So,
pai.
kamihira kia koutou.
Ka pai.
Anyway, back to our kiwaha. Kaore e kore,
Kaore e kore.
more commonly heard. And the other one is if you're up north of the border,
North of the wall.
north of the wall,
North of Whanarei.
would be, what was it again?
E kore kahore.
E kore kahore. And basically it means there's no doubt or...
Without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Is there going to be raw fish there? Kaore e kore.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Oh, close to e meana.
Yeah. Am I gonna sweat at the gym? Kaore e kore.
Kaore e kore.
Yeah, so kaore e kore e hoama. Yeah,
That's a neat one.
it is a neat one.
From our Soundwave man,
Yeah,
Mokena.
yeah, kia ora mokena. And
Kia
you
ora
can sort of
tēnā
chuck
koe
that
mokena.
in, you know, you can use it as a standalone kiwaha.
Yeah, I think that's what's so good about it. Is so if you're learning kiwa and stuff, it doesn't really have any ties to anything. Just the context. Just don't be out of context.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kaore e kore.
Kaore e kore.
Koe nā tā tātou kiwaha. Ka hure ki tā tātou kaupapa kōrero, kupu. You know, te reo Māori, things that pertain to te reo Māori, the use of te reo Māori, and we've covered lots of things in the past. We were just having a conversation actually, and you know, we actually deviated from what we were going to talk about today because we ended up having a conversation about it. And you know, lots of people say to me, they say, "Oh, I like Taringa. It sounds like you're just talking." Well, guess what? We are just talking.
And
eh,
we're just sitting as well.
Yep.
And just chewing gum and just playing on our phones.
These segments aren't scripted.
Yeah.
The Once Upon a Time segments are scripted. So we might come in with a bit of a plan, and well, not a plan, but maybe a kaupapa of what we're going to talk about, and we might have a little discussion before we get in here. But other than that, ka rere Māori te kōrero.
Pai.
And I guess I'll start with that word, give you a sense of what this kaupapa is about. We'll be talking about Māori. So Māori with a capital M refers to us as a people.
Peeps.
The identity as Māori. And, you know, there'll be some out there that contest the Kupu Māori and say that it was something that we started using after the arrival of Pākehā.
Ai.
Pai ana tērā. And then Māori without a capital M means something else.
Kia ora.
It means normal.
Ai.
So Māori without a capital M is now not talking about the identity of Māori as an identity. So Māori means normal, unrestricted,
Unrestricted, ai. Untainted.
comfortable. Maybe that's more Māori ori.
Ai.
Yeah, but, you know, just recently we went on to some marae and he whakaeke Māori noiho mātou.
Ai.
So we just went on sort of, you know, there was no formal, you're probably going, what, you didn't have a pōwhiri?
You didn't have a what?
Well, these marae we went on to, we affiliated to, we had a connection to. Some of us hadn't been onto these marae, but we're comfortable enough to go on with the people that guided us on there. And yeah, our kaimanaki says, ka whakaeke Māori noiho tātou. Meaning we're just going to go on, you know, cruise years pretty much. So we're talking about words, I roto I te reo Māori, that have dual or multi-meanings to them.
Multi-meanings, ka pai.
Which I'm going to say are kupu, tikanga, taurua.
Matarua,
Matarua, mataehia nei, matatini.
Matatini.
Ooh, nice to about kapaka then. That is coming up. So Māori is one of them, and I was just getting to that because we're talking about te reo Māori.
Aye.
But, I could say te reo Māori with a lowercase m,
Aye.
meaning the normal language.
The
or
normal
the language.
or your natural language.
But if I was to use both of those kupu in the same sentence, I could say I rere Māori tō reo Māori,
Kia ora.
meaning your Māori language just flowed.
Just flowed. Ka pai.
Yeah, so that was a way of using it. So
Hei
when-
aha te pōtai me haere Māori mai. We can leave that for you fellas too.
you probably might have heard that song. Yeah, exactly. So, koena tā māua kaupapa kōrero, and it's something too we took from a question that wasn't specifically about this, but it did lead us in this direction to talk
And
about.
that's the other thing. So how this came about, this kaupapa, was from a natural inquisition of someone. Which is our sound man, who's a learner, great learner, probably one of the best students you can have because he's inquisitive. And he had this question, genuine question. And that's how he put the Māori mai te pātai nei.
Koena hoki. So there are many kupu in te reo Māori that have dual or multi, they have many meanings to them. And as a learner of the language, and it doesn't really matter what level you're at, because you will find that there are some kupu you do not know.
Aye.
There's a vast amount of kupu Māori. So we're going to talk about some of those today. And the one that we started off our conversation with before we came in was the word rangi.
Rangi.
So Rangi is my mate's name. He's a doctor and his last name's Matamua. Rangi can mean sky.
Rangi can also mean day.
Yep, rangi can mean sky, can mean day. Rangi can mean tune,
Tune, aye. Tune.
a tune of a song, and in Waikato, rangi can also mean the tribal sound.
Aye.
I don't want to use dialect, but
Yeah, let's put dialect aside. Eh?
Yeah,
Let's find another
yeah,
buzzword.
rangi can be the sound of a language.
Yeah. Even the tone of a
tribal
person.
language.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, o kare, pai te rangi
Yeah.
o rangi.
Yeah. Rangi too, as my understanding, can be talk about your emotions.
Aye.
Hence, I think you might get the word ka rangi.
Ka rangi, kia ora.
Yeah, Mokena asked us, well, how do you know which one, when to use which one, and what does each one mean? And, well, it comes to the context or
Aye.
horopaki. How te horopaki. As I used Māori, both meanings of the word Māori in one sentence, I could use rangi, the same. I could say, I rere te rangi o tō reo ki ngā rangi I tēnei rangi.
Aye. O i rere te rangi o tō rangi reo
Aye.
ki ngā rangi.
So the first one, I said, the tune or sound of your voice flew up into the heavens on this day. And the one that Te Puaheiri, he said, was the voice of rangi went up into the rangi.
Aye.
So that's rangi. This is a bit different from words that we've used or found to fit in a modern context.
Kia ora.
So, this isn't confusing the use of like waka,
Yeah.
where waka means canoe and also means
A vessel of
a
some sort.
vessel of some sort, and we've used it as a word to describe a car.
Aye.
In the car, because it's a mode of transport.
Aye.
So it's a bit different to that. These are kupu.
For that.
Yeah,
They haven't taken on a metaphorical meaning. They are an actual translation. Yeah, they're an actual word for that.
yeah.
Ka
Yeah.
pai.
And again, this is different to words that have a macron on one letter and no macron on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because those are whole new words.
Yeah, those are new
So
words anyway.
macrons
It's not-
create a new word.
Yeah.
Macrons are a whole new word.
So yeah, this isn't like kaka and kaka and kaka. Yeah, and kaka.
Tika.
Yeah. So it's not that either. So these are words that sound the same, spelt the same,
Yeah.
you say them the same, but they can mean different things.
Walk like a duck, look like a duck,
Yeah.
bark like a horse.
Kia ora, tēnā koe.
Kare kore.
Kare kore, some of you are thinking, okay, where did that
Okay.
come from? Another kupu. Okay, hau.
Hau.
So hau,
H-A-U.
H-A-U, means wind.
Right.
What else does it mean?
Can also mean the, like mauri, life essence, life force of a person.
You don't hear that.
You don't hear that much. Yeah.
No, your hau.
Your hau. Yeah.
From my understanding too, hau was when Like if I was to get off this chair
Yep.
and, what you do you do secretly when I go out of a room. You come over to my chair to feel the warmth. That is your hoe.
That's your hoe.
You have left your hoe there.
Aye.
Not haunga.
Haunga.
No, this is hoe. It's a spiritual concept.
Spiritual content.
Iro toi te ao Māori.
They say that's what you leave. So Pākea's I think that's you leave a spiritual energy.
Yeah.
That's your hoe. Why spirits? Why do it get attached to
Yeah.
certain things? But yeah, I think we talked about it there. Why do
And your breath is your
breath.
hoe.
Aye.
Has a connection to the wind.
Aye. And then gets ngā at the
Or some are full of hoe wera.
hoe wera. Aye.
We're digressing.
We're done.
So yeah, hoe is one.
Hoe. Is there another meaning for hoe?
Hoe can mean to hit.
Aye, hoe poro.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can use it as passive.
Oh, yeah.
Haua. Yeah.
Haua. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
ka pai.
Yeah. I think they if you use it as haua, you use haua.
Haua.
You
There's or the haua.
no, haua. No,
That's the
a whole nother word.
whole nother word. Yeah.
So I would say, kei te pupu hi te hau,
Right.
the wind is blowing.
Right.
Kei te rongo au i tō hau, I can smell your breath. I runga i te hau on the wind.
on the wind.
I tēnei rangi on this day. So, koina e tahi anō tauira mo te hau. Have a look in the dictionary and you'll find some kupu. Yeah, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah, the ways that they're used.
Yeah.
Some of them are long too, like even just the word it says many meanings. Yeah, look in the dictionary.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's heaps.
Papa's another one.
Papa's another one. Do you think because these words I would say are very ancient,
It's going to park Papa.
we're going to park Papa
Okay.
right there, keep your lights on.
Yep.
Because these words say the likes of rangi and papa, they are, I would deem them as ancient words. Do you think that's why they have various meanings?
Good question. Engari aua.
Aye.
Good question. It's a good kaupapa te tētai kaupapa hei rangahau
Aye.
mā te tangata. So anyway, Papa.
Papa. Aye. Ko hau te papa I rere kiwi ki wawa.
Yep. Well, there's lots of meanings of Papa. Papa paunamu.
Papa paunamu. Aye.
So Papa in that context is a chest
Aye.
or box.
Ka pai.
Papa floor.
Papa
Which is
floor.
in line with Papa tuanuku.
Right.
Wiri o Papa.
Wiri o papa.
That's your bum.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wiri o papa.
Ka wiri ana
Ka
papa
papa.
te mataku e. And of course then you got, in line with floor and things, Papa can also mean plank,
Plank. Aye.
boards, things like that.
Yep.
And, to be honest, e te hui, I've just brought up my dictionary. Papa can also mean, this is new to me, puairi. Papa, victory.
Oh, wow.
Ko te ritinga and tēnā koe māoridictionary.co.nz. Good resource e te whānau
Aye.
if you don't use it. Ko te ritinga tēnei o ngā hapu Māori I ngā tohe ki te whenua, he whakaeke ki te whawhai āriro ana te papa I te hunga ueka ki te pana atu I te horiri. This was the custom of the Māori tribes in disputes over land. They would engage in warfare with the stronger party achieving the victory and driving out the enemy. So, papa,
Oh, wow.
for victory.
I wonder if that ties in the use of papa being used as like the one to be at fault.
Could be. I think it's in this one. It says victim. So it's also another word for victim.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Ko au te papa.
Ko au te papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means it's a kiwaha. Would you like to explain that kiwaha?
Ko au te papa meaning I'll be the one at fault or would
Yeah,
be me that takes the fall for this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second one's probably the more.
The second one there, yep.
I'll take the fall. I will be the one who bears the brunt.
Bears the brunt. Aye.
Yeah. Ko koe te papa.
Ko koe te papa.
Ko au te papa, ko rātou te papa. So that's papa. There are some kupu like hapu where they mean different things but they're actually the same thing.
Yeah.
So hapu means to be with child.
Aye.
I prefer that word over the word that like to use now. I'm not even going to use it. That P word they say for hapu. It's not a very nice word.
Yeah.
Hapu is a much nicer word.
Yeah, hapu. Mind
So-
you, ka kohuri mātou I tēnā ku, ka haps.
Haps. Well, then it's not hapu, is it?
No. Haps.
I've never heard that.
Oh, that's true.
No. But I still think that's not as bad as preggers. Anyway, Hapu,
Hapu.
means to be with child,
Aye.
pregnant. And hapu also means hapu,
Aye.
sub-tribe. Which, even our use of the word sub-tribe is a whakaaro Pākehā,
Yeah,
I
let's
think.
park that too, Etu. Let's
Yeah,
park that.
yeah, I think
you
it's something that's common because originally ko
Well,
te mana, ko te hapu.
know. Aye, tika.
But if you look at it, you can see the relationship with a woman who is hapu
Aye,
and the hapu or tribe
aye,
of
tika.
somebody.
So like the parenting body and then the body within,
Yeah,
and I'm talking about iwi and hapu, where it has the same
Yeah.
ideology, I guess, or the same metaphoric framework for that. I think when we use sub-tribe, we use it loosely only because it is a Pākehā equivalent.
yeah,
It has too many different connotations, I think.
yeah. And I think even like, this is probably for another discussion,
Aye,
but hapu, there are hapu over the years, like with the now iwi and other iwi, there are hapu that have been, I guess, assimilated, or because many generations ago you would use that hapu name,
aye,
but now that hapu name has been lost.
aye, tika.
And then there's lots of hapu that people don't even know about.
Aye, and there's some hapu now that are asking for iwi status because of their size.
Yeah,
It is really, so using the word hapu and in relation to sub-tribe, I think the English equivalents are very gated.
yeah,
You're either that or not, whereas we spoke in, I think when we talked about iwi and hapu before
yeah,
in previous Taringa episodes, that it wasn't very clear-cut,
yeah,
and neither should we try and define those lines either, because it's
yeah.
e kore ka hore ka raru koe.
Yeah. E koena te hapu, he no te te.
Are there any other words for ika? Or are there any other meanings for ika?
Ika can be, or again, and those could be someone slain in battle.
Ah, yes.
Those are kupu whakarite.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Or ika can also be the sacrifice.
The sacrifice, yeah.
Not commonly used.
Not commonly used.
Yeah, ika in that context wouldn't be commonly used.
Yeah.
Just a little quick retouch on what kupu whakarite are. Metaphor. Ika, in this sense, is likening somebody to a fish
Aye.
who has been caught.
Yep.
And you have all sorts of these types of ika, in a metaphoric sense, referring to a person in battle.
And battle, okay.
So ika i te ati, the first person killed in battle.
Ika huirua.
And ika huirua is when you've got two fish
Aye.
on the same hook or on the same line. Is
Aye.
when two warriors were felled by one swipe, of the
aye.
patu or taiaha. Is ika huirua, which is now something we use in tangihanga, referring to two pāpaku
Aye, aye.
that lie on the marae at the same time. And then you've got ika hai kupinga, someone who's quarrelsome,
Quarrelsome ta
and a
wane.
hui,
Yeah.
and a ika whakawera, someone who gets angry. Yeah, so those are kupu whakarite. Those are some of
ka pai.
the metaphor that we've... And they'll be in another segment. When
There'll be
we,
another segment. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we have covered some.
Yeah, that's but an entree for the next one. So, for our hunga kaipa pāho, when they are translating English reports into Māori, is it all right to use ika as the victim in that sense, in terms of, or does it degrade the victim?
That's another good question. And again, that would come down to the context.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'd be careful with using those expressions.
because he kahui ika,
Yeah.
and that was after a plane crash or something like that, and I was thinking,
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, yeah, nah.
I wouldn't use that, yeah.
I've heard ika in a positive. I've heard ika momona,
Ah, yeah.
which is a chief. Have big fat fish.
Big fish.
Yeah, big fish. Ika momona o te tau, which is the biggest fish of the year.
Yeah.
Catch of the year. And then ika unanahi nui, or unauhi nui.
Unauhi nui, aye.
With big scales
Big
again.
scales, yeah.
So yeah, there, kupu whakarite era.
And so you said something there, te ika momona o te tau, the word tau.
Yeah, you bit my toe.
Tau.
So I got momona. Yes, so tau e te iwi. T-A-U.
T-A-U, i tēnei tau, ko tau,
Yeah.
taku tau, i tēnei tau.
Ko tau taku tau i tēnei tau, ki te tautau.
I te tau tau.
So tau can mean year or
Yep.
season.
Season, aye.
It can also mean someone that's endeared to you. Not necessarily always your lover or your partner. So, yep, you can say e te tau.
E te tau.
Yeah. Tau can also mean number. Tau waia seems to be popular at the moment.
Tau waia, tau tāpeta.
Yeah. And that's where we get tatau from, to add up.
Ka pai.
So number. Tau can also mean to settle somewhere. Become settled upon something.
Kia tau, kua tau.
Ara, kia tau, kia tātou katoa.
Ai.
What else? Tau, in terms of tau, taura. So string or line. How no?
Tauwehe. What does tauwehe mean in that?
Tauwehe, it just means to separate.
Just separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think he kupu anō tērā.
Kupu anō.
Tauwehe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka pai.
Hea anō. Koe nā koe mohi o tanga ki te tau.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, the context, and this is something a lot of people say when they're learning te reo is, well, how do I know which one is right? Well, you got to look at the horopaki. And so, remember that word horopaki? We've used it before. Horopaki means context. So have a look at the contents of the sentence or the paragraph or whatever, and those will give you a clue about what exactly that word that
what tau you're in.
Yeah.
And what rangi you're in.
Which tau it is.
Yeah. But it's, and it's no different to other languages as well,
Yeah.
But I know as a learner, you get hell-bent on remembering the translation and then sometimes seeing that same word that you associated a Pākehā word with in another context could be quite a curveball. So the idea, I think, is to be open-minded in that Māori words have a lot of meanings. Other languages have the same thing too. So have that open-minded approach to things so you don't get too anxious about learning old words with new meanings. Yeah. Oh, what was another word? I was just coming up with it. Mate.
Hey, mate.
Mate.
Ooh, mate. I said in conversation a short time ago, someone asked me, kei whea mea, wei such and such, and I says, kei te mate ia. Oh, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, and they thought I said he had died.
Yeah.
Whereas mate can mean that they're either sick, they could be sick, something's wrong with them. There's a problem.
Aye.
It doesn't always mean death. Yeah. But more commonly today you'll hear mate, or, mate is used mostly to mean, death.
Yeah.
But mate can mean someone's got a problem, or they're sick.
Ka pai. Or there was someone that's sick.
Yeah. And in a kiwaha sense, you'll hear it used, kua mate au ki te haere ki, means I've got no option but to go to.
I have to go to, yeah.
Yeah, I mate au ki te noho ki te kāinga. I had no option but to stay home. Yeah, that's another kiwaha.
That's another kiwaha. That's a mean kiwaha.
So yeah, mate. Hea anō te mate.
Mate. What about when it's used? Is it he kupu whakarite when you use it for mate kai? Is that a kupu whakarite, or is it to express the desire for
I think
hunger?
mate kai is when you're starving.
When you're starving, you're not here, kai.
No. Yeah, and that's, and I think sometimes people use mate kai when, I think it should be here kai.
Yeah.
Or unless they are mate kai.
Yeah, well, unless they just finished a 1 hour fast.
Yeah, hard out. I always hear, she's mate tāne, which is another mate kai. No.
Yeah.
But there was something I heard, so from my mum's generation, they'd use as some of my, I heard about, as my female cousins were getting older, and, they were getting boyfriends and all those sort of things. Aww. And they say, she's mate tāne.
Yeah.
that's not in a derogatory sense. It's meaning that they're growing. Yes, there's another way of using mate. Yeah, because mate anau ki te ia, I'm longing for you.
Aye.
Yeah, so that's another way. That's another meaning of mate.
Yeah, so you got to take those stigmas off some of these kupu e te whānau, e te iwi, because, like as you just heard, you can't jump to the first conclusion of that meaning of that word. And
just using, the same, when I heard you say whānau, whānau to birth the child,
kapai.
And whānau meaning family.
Aye, kia ora.
And again, it's the same as the hapu and hapu.
Aye.
Meanings, he whānau kotahi e rā kupu.
I see what you did there.
And iwi is too, really.
Aye.
Because iwi, what would you say? Iwi is iwi.
I don't know.
What would you use other than parent tribe? Would you say?
I don't know. Nation.
Tribe, nation,
tribe,
iwi.
Yeah.
And iwi also means bones.
Yeah, kapai. Yeah.
Or backbone as well.
Backbone,
Iwi tuaroa. So, all of those kupu, they have a relationship.
So if you can see the symbolism in that, it's a beautiful way to learn it. as you go from your bone structure. And you might have heard that old saying, yes, where are you from? I'm from Taranaki. Yes, I have bones in that area. I come from that area. That's where iwi comes from. And so you can see the skeletal structure to hapu to whānau. Even the word tangi has different meanings. So people may think tangi, like, no, you've got a funeral, he mate. But tangi can also mean the same as rangi, as in the cry or the tune of something.
Yeah, tune, sound.
Sound. Tangi can mean cry. So you can see as to why people call crying tangi, because perhaps it's the sound. And then also you have a tangihanga, which is... How te tangihanga? What is a tangihanga? He funeral, eh?
Ah.
Yeah. Well, he hui mate. He.
Rituals to the dead.
Rituals and rites of the deceased. Te ika
Yeah.
takatoa i tiki. What's it called?
Yeah. Rituals and ceremonies to farewell and mourn
Aye.
for those that have passed. Yeah.
Koina. So those are some of the words that you may come across or you have come across that hold different meanings. Ngā kupu matarua, ngā kupu matahiarane. But we're going to touch on to a Facebook question from Mr. Andrew Barwood. Tēnā koe, Andrew Barwood. And Andrew writes, I've been wondering about the use of duplicating parts of words or duplicating an entire word to change the meaning or add emphasis. So like paki, which I guess means to clap once, and paki paki is more like applause. And then there's papaki, which is maybe somewhere in between. I've noticed this dynamic a lot in te reo, and I'm wondering if there's any rhyme or reason, or is it just one of those things you have to learn and memorize on a case-by-case basis? And then broadly speaking, I guess there are words like rā, which can be used to add emphasis, but I'm not entirely sure the how or when.
Oh, that's different.
That's different,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it just something you sort of do by feel, so to speak?
Yeah. I'd say all of that, what he said. And it's not something you think about. It ends up becoming a natural way of speaking.
Yep.
How you use those kupu and when you use those kupu. Yeah, the slight difference between paki and papaki, and paki would be the more extreme of the three.
Okay.
Or carry a connotation of, hea te kupu paki, kimi anō.
So there'll be multiple pakis.
Yeah,
and paki,
many paki.
Many paki. Paki plural.
Yeah.
And
paki.
So papaki, papaki, what would that mean? How did they kupu Pākehā hāngai ana ki?
Not sure. Because it's not too much different than papak, but you wouldn't say paki i tana, I papaki mai nei. It's down to, as well, not just the tikanga, about the sound of the word as you're speaking comes a preference.
Ka pai.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's not something that you think you choose at the time.
Aye.
It could be when you're writing a song, papaki could sound better.
Yeah.
Using same in the conversation.
Kia ora.
Yeah. So there's lots of words like that.
Hirini Melbourne was very good with those, doing doubles.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Alliteration.
Alliteration, that's the one.
Yeah. There are kupu Māori where we do that.
Or the double ups of words, so like pātari tari.
Tohe.
Tohe, tau tohe.
Yeah. So tohe intensifies the tohe.
Ai, kia ora.
Yeah. And shows the, kei te ngaro nā kupu Pākehā I tēnei wā. Sorry, the one that asked this question.
Yes. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah. They intensifies it, definitely intensifies it, and try to pick a word that best articulates the amount of tohe that's going on.
Yeah. Well, I like to think tau tohe means there's to and fro.
Well, yeah, they're tau tohe and tohe are different.
Oh, I see.
So tau tutu
Aye.
is an exchange between two people. And hoko, which means to go and buy or sell, or buying and selling is different to tau hoko. Tau hoko is exchanging things for sale, or exchanging one thing for the other. So it's the numerous, making it more numerous.
Yes,
So it's tau hoko, tau tutu is the same. What's another one? Tau kume.
Tau kume. Ai, kia ora.
So that it's
Tau
that
patu
tau,
patu.
it's it makes it different again. Changes the tikanga of the word. Tohe is different to tau tohe. Yeah, so the tau means that there's an exchange happening.
It almost sounds as though it's organised.
Yeah. Tau tito.
Tau tito.
So tito or tito means to, dual meaning. Tito can mean to lie, and tito also means to compose.
Aye.
And tito means to be a liar. We tito tito, kei te tito tito noi o koe.
Right.
But tau tito tito is the exchange of waiata.
Kia ora.
Composed between two people. So someone sings a song, it travels to who the song was for or was about
Right.
in either a positive or negative sense. And then that person for whom the song was for replies with a song.
Replies, kia ora.
That practice is called tau tito tito. And you don't really get that these days.
Nah, you don't.
You may get it on the marae if you have some practitioners, well, they'd be skilled in the language and they'd have a knowledge of pao.
Aye.
And if you can get two people going for it, you know, with pao, that's tau tito tito.
Ka pai.
That game that we play, that was popular on YouTube, that some of you would have heard, the He Mura Mura song. The He Mura Mura, He Mura Mura, and there's a group of us singing on YouTube. And we're making up those verses as we go. That is a form of tau tito tito.
Aye, kia ora.
So yeah, he rere ke tērā.
Ka pai. And you can change it. So tahi is one. And then tahi means to sweep.
Yeah,
Rua, to rua,
yeah.
scarce.
So in that sense, the tahi, you wouldn't say, oh, tahi rātau I hara mai. I've never heard that in that.
Yeah.
So again, tahi and tahi are two different
words.
Yeah,
Okay,
two
ka pai.
different tikanga. Whereas toru and toru and rua, I've only ever heard those words being used in that context.
Right.
Toru te hunga I tae mai. So there's only a few people
Only
that
a
came.
few people, aye.
Yeah,
And don't count your whawhas.
yeah. Don't say whawha. I tae mai, whawha noiho I tae mai.
I tae
And their
whawha
feelers
noiho.
and stuff. I know. Yeah, so koira e hoa. I hope we sort of answered your question. Yeah, I think ko tāua tērā e ho.
Aye,
Tēnei
aye.
wā.
Aye, so that was the question from Andrew Barwood on our Facebook page.
Kia ora, anaru.
Aye, tēnā koe anaru. E mihi tonu ana kia koutou. E patapātai mai e tahi pātai I runga I tā tātou whārangi pukamata. It takes us a while to get around to it, but eventually we do.
patapatai.
Aye, patapatai. Ia ta mahi e tēnā. Aye.
Kare kore.
Akare kore. Aye. So thank you everyone. Keep bringing in your questions and queries. We have seen all of them and we just try and find time to answer them, but eventually we will. And ko tā tātou waiata mō tēnei wiki, ko te ingoa māku tōku nei whare hei hanga. He mea hanga e Leah Fitzpatrick, rawa ko Hāwira Kraitiana, Big Ha, he kaimahi rawa mō te wānanga Aotearoa. And this comes from our compilation album called Rangahau. You can follow it on Spotify and other leading music streams.
Ko te a, ko te aro, te iringa whanau ngā tanga, māku tōku nei whare, hei hanga. Ko te a, ko te aro, te iringa whanau ngā tanga, māku tōku nei whare, hei hanga. Ko te kaupapa te take mō ngā iwi ngā paenga, take puhei arahi, muri ora te whaenga. Ngā uara, hei awhina mai, muri ki mua, kei a tātou ngā hua. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanangatanga, māku toku nei whare hei hanga. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanangatanga, māku toku nei whare hei hanga. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanau ngā tanga, māku toku nei whare hei hanga. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanau ngā tanga, māku toku nei whare. Old wisdom in a new time, Matua Ma had it right in the first place. It took a new idea and we can know it. Let's rock the house, stake out the third space. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, gonna make a difference, gonna take a chance. You and I contribute to each other, so we affirm, develop and enhance. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanau ngā tanga, māku tōku nei whare, hei hanga. Ko te aro, te hiri ngā whanau ngā tanga, māku tōku nei whare, hei hanga. We're bringing power to the people. What's your flavor? Bring your best awesome ako experience to the motu. It's our recipe for success. I, ki mai I. Everybody say I.
Māku anō tōku nei whare hei hanga.
Hey, hanga, ka pai.
That was quite groovy, eh? It's
Yeah.
sort of too much to hene. Koia kei a koe.
So yeah, go and follow that on Spotify. Songs of Rangahau from Te Wānanga o Aotearoa.
Ai, kuina.
Ai.
And thank you again to Anaru Barwood for your pātai. And yep, get into those tikinare e te iwi. Have a look at some of those kupu. Don't be afraid to, use things in the wrong context.
I use them in the wrong context. I do. And then, I get more ticked off when no one tells me 20 years later they go,
Yeah.
it's pronunciation.
Ka pai te puahei.
Ka pai. He mea nui te kuare. Ai no.
Nō reira, ko māua tēnei e mihi atu nei. Kupu
Ai.
whakamutu ngā au e ho.
Ka whakamahia ngā tiki ngāre. There's no excuse today. Dictionaries are at your fingertips, at your thumbnails now. So
Yeah.
whakamahia.
E mihi ana kia koutou, anei māua e whakakōpani nei i tēnei wāhanga. Nā runga i a māua mihi nui kia koutou katoa i whai taringa mai. Ki tēnei punua pāho taringa e rere atu nei i te wānanga o te aroa. Tēnā koutou hei kona mai rā.
Bit whakaronga, bit kari. Gather up close, everybody, buddy. Taringa. Yeah, tahuri mai ki au. Whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Korero flowing at the hook force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds. Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira. Whakarongo pi kari mai. Hare mai, o taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close, everybody. Gather up close, everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.